coming in throughout the club of Arsenal to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I want to inform you that this should be one of the most watched lives in history of this channel, because you know what it means. You guys have waited for so long, and finally Gyökeres has been, shipped, has been booked, shipped, and obviously brought to the side of the Arsenal side, and Arsenal fans are really very good. And I think it's really a very good signing, and Arsenal have taken to their website and they've gone ahead, obviously have things to say about the signing of Viktor Gyökeres in there for you. And guys, it's an amazing signing for the club of Arsenal, you understand? And let's go to the website of Arsenal and really see what Arsenal have gone ahead, obviously come up and really write about this signing of Viktor Gyökeres. Longly awaited for, finally here. The title reads, Viktor Gyökeres signs for Arsenal. We are delighted to announce that Sweden international Viktor Gyökeres has signed for Arsenal on a long-term contract. The 27-year-old striker arrives from Sporting Lisbon, where he scored an incredible 97 goals in 102 appearances. Guys, if someone has gone ahead to score 97 goals in 102 appearances, that makes him a special person. You understand? During his 2 seasons with Sporting, Viktor helped the team win back-to-back Premier La Liga titles, a National Cup, and was the league's top scorer in both campaigns. He has also excelled at international level, scoring 12 in 17 last appearances for Sweden. Born in Stockholm, Viktor started his career at IF Bromma where he developed through their youth academy, scoring 32 goals in 31 appearances at the under-19 and under-21 levels, and making his senior debut at the age of 17. In 2018, the clinical goal scorer joined Brighton and Albion, during which time he enjoyed loan spells at Swansea City, St. Pauli, and Coventry City, moving to Sky Blues permanently in 2021 and helping them to the Championship playoff final in 2023. So, you know very well that he was at Coventry and he obviously went ahead to obviously leave. So, that is the guy. Now, you look at his career and how he has been good at scoring goals. The guy is a goal machine, If he was really doing that, if he was really doing that at that level, I tell you what, he's a person that you have to obviously come and really give what we call his flowers, because he has been having ups and downs. You understand? He has been having ups and downs in his career. You understand? And him having ups and downs in his career, I tell you what, you understand? He has been having ups and downs in his career, and that has gone ahead to obviously make him really a strong guy. Because when you look at how he really moved from Sweden, he came in through this side, and when he came in through, things never went on as planned. But they kept loaning him. Remember at Brighton, Brighton returned in the Premier League, Brighton returned in the Premier League, Let me check here. Let me check, because there is something I want to obviously talk about, So I want to know, they returned in the Premier League in 2021, meaning that by the time they signed him, he was playing. Brighton signed him in 2018. That means they were into the Championship, So he went ahead to move to Brighton. And guys, do you know what it means when you're playing for a team like Brighton in the Championship and they keep loaning you everywhere? Do you know what that means? If they keep you loaning everywhere, if you're not strong enough like Viktor Gyökeres, you can't obviously match their energy. That means that you are obviously gonna be really a man of a very big heart. If you don't have a very big heart, then a lot will obviously not go your way. So as it stands, Viktor Gyökeres, he's the guy, and from there he signed permanently to a side known as Coventry City, and that's where he obviously went ahead, scored very many goals at Coventry. And that's where the manager of Manchester United, formerly the manager of Sporting Lisbon, known as Ruben Amorim, went ahead, signed him in the season of 2023. You understand? 2024, 2025, and he turned him into what we call a beast. I tell you what, this guy is a beast. Unless otherwise, you haven't obviously going to hate to evidence him, but he's a beast of a striker, and he's really very, very, very clinical. If you really doubt, wait, wait how things will obviously pan out. And for the signing, I'm going to be really talking about this later, but give Andre Batha his flowers. I tell you, give him his flowers. You understand? Give him his flowers, because he really need a person like this. And I really like what he's saying, because he's respecting Edu. But I tell you what, every person is meant for a certain job. For Edu, I tell you what, maybe he couldn't obviously get the side of Arsenal from here to where Andre Batha is obviously going to be taking it in as far as signing players is really concerned. And I tell you, in the history of Arsenal, I haven't gone ahead to see them really getting in as much players as these, because as we speak, Kepa is in, Nogard is in, Zubimendi is in, Madueke is in, Mosquera is in, Gyökeres is in. 6 players in the shortest period of time possible, guys. 6 players in the shortest period of time possible. You understand? So, as it stands, a lot is really at our cards to do. And I want to let you know, we are going to be doing our job. And it's really going to be a very huge season for we, the people who enjoy football. Because when you look at how Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, how they've gone ahead to reinforce their squads, guys, you really fear for the team that I support, Man United. I'm even afraid for the game you're going to be playing against Arsenal on the 17th of August at what we call the Old Trafford. Guys, Arsenal has brought in machine guns, and the funny part of it all, for we the people who support Man United, in our first 8 games, we have to play Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. And all those are teams that have gone ahead to reinforce hugely during this summer transfer window. And for Man United, they've only gone ahead to bring in 2 players so far. That is Matthias Cunha and Bran Mbeumo. I really understand that they're really improvements, but you can't obviously come and really compare the season or the transfer window that those 4 teams are really having to that one of Man United, keeping in mind that clubs like Liverpool are really going in for a player like Alexandra Isak after getting in a player known as Ektike. You understand? And Florian Wirtz. They're willing to break the record of Florian Wirtz and obviously go in for a player who will be the most expensive Premier League player ever in history for £150 million. You get my understanding. But let's obviously get to what Andre Batha had to say about the signing of Viktor Gyökeres. He said, "We are so pleased with the excellent deal we have completed to bring in Viktor Gyökeres to the club. Viktor is an exceptional talent and has consistently demonstrated he has the qualities and winning mentality required of a top-level center forward." You heard it and said, his physicality, intelligence, and work ethic make him a perfect fit for our vision. We are confident Viktor will have a major impact on the pitch and become an important figure in our dressing room. That's what they've gone ahead to say, and they've gone ahead to say, welcome Viktor Gyökeres in there for you. That is Andre Batha. But amongst what Batha's gone ahead to say, there is something that's going to obviously catch my eye. He said, we are so pleased in there. And he said, Victor is an exceptional talent and has consistently demonstrated he has qualities and winning mentality required of a top-level center forward. Now, talking of a winning mentality, at Sporting, he has almost won everything apart from the Champions League. You understand? You know, the League Cup there, the FA Cup there, and very many other things. Gyökeres has gone ahead to win them. So, after winning them, that sends you a message that he is having a mentality of a winner. That is Viktor Gyökeres for you. So, he's a top-level centre forward that Arsenal has gone ahead to deliver. And that's what that's why Andrew Bartha has gone ahead to say, as far as really getting in a player like him is really concerned. Now, the manager that has signed him has obviously gone ahead to say, we're absolutely delighted to welcome Gyökeres to the club. The consistency he has shown in his performances and availability have been outstanding, and his goal contributions speak for themselves. Viktor Gyökeres has so many qualities. He is a quick and powerful presence up front. So, obviously, things are obviously going to be changing at the club of Arsenal, unless you aren't really that kind of person who has been really following up. But if you've been following up hugely, this club of Arsenal has done it all. You know, and getting in a player like Gyökeres, proven. I told you, remember, on Viktor Gyökeres and Gyökeres and Sesko, that the difference in between these two is that Sesko, he's performing more better at his age, you know, compared to how Gyökeres was performing at that age. But when you ask yourself, who does Arsenal need? I think Arsenal never needed a raw product in Benjamin Sesko, though he will burst out to turn out one of the best strikers in the world. But they don't need a player like him. They need something different altogether, and that's a player called Viktor Gyökeres. So the manager says he has a quick and powerful presence at the apex of Arsenal's attack. So he says he's good at making assists and also good at really scoring those goals. The manager added that with incredible goal scoring numbers at the club and international levels, he brings a clinical edge with a high conversion rate of chances into goals, with his intelligent movement in the box, making him a constant threat. He added and said, we're excited about what Viktor Gyökeres brings to our squad and are looking forward to start working with him. We welcome Victor and his family to Arsenal. That's what we've gone ahead to get from the manager himself, that is Mikel Arteta. Now, Arsenal fans, smash the like button, because I've gone ahead to see to it that we only have 48 likes, and it's a shame. You know, we are having 220 people watching, but only 48 likes. And no super chat. You know, guys, buy super chats to obviously support this channel and obviously find yourself in a better position to fill this space with your love, because you're welcome in here. And the striker that you've all along waited for went ahead, obviously, come in, get the medical done, and here he is at the club of Arsenal. And this is what Gyökeres had to say first, you know, in his interview at Arsenal. It's called the Sober Reality Training Center. He said, I just felt that Arsenal was the right club for me. What I heard from Mikel and Andrea when I was speaking with them, and just what I've seen in the past years, how they've been playing football, that made me choose Arsenal. So obviously that is one of the things that everyone was really looking in for, to ask, you know, why is it that he really chose Arsenal over Manchester United? Yet, the manager that turned him into the monster that he is has obviously gone ahead to really show interest in signing him. And why? You know? And why does he have to obviously not really correspond to what the manager, or really reciprocate to what his former manager that turned him into a monster that he is calling? And guess what? The guy was like, no way, I'm not going that side. I'm not going that side. I'm going to Arsenal. So he has given his reasons as to why he is going to join Arsenal. And I think they are the same reasons I gave you as to why I think he cannot join Manchester United. And I said this way back when United is really pursuing its luck in the UEFA Europa League that Gyökeres is waiting for one thing. If Man United goes to the Champions League, then there will be no excuse for him not to join Ruben Amorim. But if United doesn't go there, he'll obviously tell Amorim, I would love to come and play there, but I'm 27 years of age. One, you get 27 years of age, that means I'm really having problems with my age. 27, I cannot obviously risk a lot. I cannot risk my career all out at a club that is really trying to build. And your club has been sacking managers. How am I sure about the longevity? Because at Arsenal, you're 100% sure of the longevity of a manager, as Arteta has been there since 2019, December. I think it was 19th December. And if you're to count from, that is 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. 6 years at the club, and United, ever since Alex Ferguson left, no manager has gone past the third season. Most of them have been sacked in the second season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Erik ten Hag never survived the third season. So that means that there is no guarantee and assurance that this manager is obviously going to be here. But Gyökeres has been unveiled by the club of Arsenal. We are yet to understand how he will obviously fly to Singapore. And when he's flying to Singapore, we will be here to let you know that he has gone ahead to obviously do the needful. I know some of you are really waiting in for the photos, but I have some from Fabrizio Romano. He has gone ahead to post some photos of the guy known as Viktor Gyökeres. That is one of them, you understand? And obviously they call it the mask sign, And I went ahead to see fans of Arsenal in Singapore when they are playing against AC Milan really do that sign after they really went ahead to get a here we go the previous day. You understand? Then the others coming through as follows. You understand? That is Gyökeres for you, and then the shirt number is 14. Now, shirt number 14 is really very historical at the club of Arsenal, and it was made famous, it was made famous by a player known as Thierry Henry. And in 377 games when he had to play for the club of Arsenal, he scored 228 goals. And he broke the record of Ian Wright. So, he's coming in for this shirt number. That is Viktor Gyökeres for you. And he knows that he's supposed to be scoring goals for the club of Arsenal. Not so? So, he's supposed to be scoring in goals for the club of Arsenal. That is it. So, the guy is ready, and nothing is obviously gonna be holding him back as a player for the club of Arsenal. I tell you, he's really focused, and the good thing with Arsenal is that he's a guy who has always gonna hate to go, and Arsenal is a team that has gonna hate to go on and really create very many chances, So, Gyökeres, if he fails to score goals, we are obviously not going to be coming in here and really put in the blame game like United fans we do, that however much Rasmus is not looking good, but the people around him, have they gone ahead obviously create him chances that are really good, you understand? So that's where we are as a club of Manchester United. But at Arsenal, chances have gone ahead to be created at the club of Arsenal, in their plenty. Those chances have gone ahead to obviously be created by the players that have gone ahead to represent at the club of Arsenal. So I think Gyökeres will bang in those goals. Guys, I'm 100% sure that Gyökeres will obviously bang in those goals. Now, the photos, I think I'll do that video, his first day at the Sobha Reality Training Center, because I'm seeing the comment section buzzing. You understand? It's really buzzing, and I would like to obviously attend to you. The first person to come in through was Will Pesh. Rokani, how many goals do you think Gyökeres will score in his first season? 30. Because from here, I think Gyökeres is like an Erling Haaland. He's coming into a team that is creating chances. If Gyökeres came in through at Man United, there is no way I would have gone to a team that could score 30 goals, But I know he can pull 20 plus in the Premier League, and when you add on those, he'll score in the Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. I think he can really pull out 30 goals a season. And I know he's obviously going to be a very huge game changer at the club of Arsenal. That's why Arsenal fans are really very, very excited. But him coming in through doesn't mean that it is going to guarantee Arsenal to win the title. Though, when you look at what Arsenal have been like without a striker, they've been like 3, 4, 5 goals away from winning the trophy. For example, last season, West Ham lost, Aston Villa, I think, well, a loss. Their games Arsenal lost like 5 when they wouldn't have gone ahead to lose those games or really draw points, So, that is it. Willie Pesh, me, I think he will score 32 goals. All right. Denzo says, good job, Mr. Rokani. Tuned in from Liantonde. Right? James USA Nashville, I'm buying his shirt immediately. Time to support the club. Oh, you're waiting for him to come and then show Arsenal the support. But it's good, obviously, buy his shirt. Now, I know, however much Saka is loved, he's the star boy of the club of Arsenal. I think this guy is obviously going to be making a record at Arsenal. His shirts are hugely going to be bought, as he has been hugely waited for by the fans of Arsenal. Then, Mikel Mikdin, it's been long. It's been long journey in his signing. Aiko Bua, Philiam, since I started to follow you, I never mind about analysis. I really respect you. Thank you very much. Now, let me respond to Michael. He says it's been long. Now, to me, it hasn't gonna hate to be long, because when Bata came in through here, he made it clear that it's obviously going in for Viktor Gyökeres. You understand? And the problem was that you people were so eager to sign in this player. But can I tell you, what of Man United, who obviously went in for Brian Mbeumo, and it took them 40 days to obviously deliver the signing. But for Gyökeres, it has been really there that Arsenal are on that deal, and it was going to happen. You understand? Bad says, big up, bro Rokani. Now that Gyökeres has arrived, let God have mercy on Man United. Oh my, I see goals flooding like rain at the club of Arsenal. They all flood, that is it. And the person that is obviously going to benefit a lot from this is none other than, you understand? It's none other than, what's his name? Odegaard. Odegaard had the best season of himself at Arsenal when Gabriel Jesus signed for the club of Arsenal. That was 2022-2023, scoring 15 goals in the Premier League, and those were non-penalty goals for a player known as Martin Odegaard. Do you know why that happened? Because the man known as Gabriel Jesus was leading the line, and Odegaard is always deadly when he's always having a centre forward playing at the apex, of the line, of the attack of Arsenal. So I think he's obviously going to benefit a lot. Peter Bagonza, congratulations to Arsenal fraternity. Joshua says congratulations to Arsenal. Kato Moses, welcome to the club. Denzel says Kongs. Boyika, we all like him. Then Black Margot Rokani, thanks for the updates. Do you think Arsenal will finalize Eze as well? They're onto that deal. And they obviously want to get it done and dusted. Wansanda Ronald, welcome to the club. Heavens Gabi, thanks a lot RD for the positive updates that we Arsenal fans have been waiting for. Denzel says for sure it's a dream come true. Then Peter Bagonza, now we need a number 10 in Eze. Eze is really a multifunctional player, and I think he will play more as a left forward at the club of Arsenal than a number 10. As Waneri, I think he has gone ahead obviously come of experience and of convincement to the manager that he's really ready to obviously take on. Mulangira Chimera, thanks David for this update. Gyökeres must score against Man United on the 17th August. We wait and see. Anything is possible and anything is impossible. Brian Tumukunde, Gyökeres finished his medical. He finished it, passed it, and no sooner had he finished it than Gyökeres went ahead, obviously get unveiled. Peter Bagonza says, welcome to the Emirates. Jacob O'Neill, he's all we have been waiting for. See, welcome Gyökeres. Kamara Michael, hey Mr. Rokani, thanks for the show. I have missed this live chat. How far Arsenal with AZ Hill? That is the only button we are lacking. How do you think Gyökeres' performance at Arsenal will be? I think I've already gone ahead, obviously, talk about the performance. But for Belechi Eze, I've just gone ahead to say that Arsenal is looking at him next. You know, let's match like button close to 200. Now it's 100. Let's match them to 200, guys. Akiki Robert, I'm really happy to see Viktor Gyökeres at the Emirates this season. I love you, Gyökeres, and all we Arsenal fans, we love you so much. Bure Michael, good evening, Rokani. Will Arsenal sign Eze? Yeah, they're really chasing for him. That is it. And Eze has gone ahead to make it clear he wants to join Arsenal. That's why the likes of Chelsea have opted to obviously go ahead and really convince Xavi Simons. Although Xavi Simons is also onto the list of Arsenal. Jacob O'Neill, let's complete the chain with Eze. All right, the chain will get completed. Bad say this season Gyökeres is going to score 30 goals plus. Now our hands are turned to a Belechi Eze. Sulaiman says, thanks Rokani. Then Malia Mungu, nice one. We wish him the best. Denzel, you've deleted. You know, I don't know why you went ahead, obviously delete. Michael Francis, Mr. Rokani, how are you today? And I'm Michael Francis watching up from Kasana Chisasi, Kampala. Thanks for giving us each and everything about Gyökeres since and we're about to started with that issue. Scott says still need Eze or Rodrigo to win the Premier League. Denzo, since I started supporting Arsenal, I have never seen such signings, along with Bata. I think the only time Arsenal went mad in the market was when Arsenal beat them 8. So United beat them 8-2. And that season, I saw close to the Ozils, the Metasakas. I think he brought in like 4 signings, you know, when the window was left with like 2 weeks to close. You understand? And that season where they brought in Lokonga, Nuno Gomez, Ben White, I think Tomiyasu came in through, then Aaron Ramsdale also came in through. I think they brought in like 6 players. You understand? I think that's how close Arsenal have gone here to go. But looks like this time round they are going 7 signings. You understand? Indeed, but we still need Eze. Eze is coming. Momba says, Rokani, do you think we are going to get a left winger before the end of the summer? Yeah, Arsenal is getting one. Akanjuka Isaac, Arsenal need to add Eze. Yeah, they are really working on it. Natambi Vincent, I have liked that. All right, thank you. Let's smash like button 200. Like, right? Mokos Assad, what is the next signing? Ebelechi Eze. Damians, you have made the super chat expensive, reduced to 3k to 5k. Have I ever set the price of the super chats? I haven't. Obviously gonna obviously do the needful, by the way. But you can also become a member. I think becoming a member is really cheaper, you know. Become a member, you know. Majara Wycliffe, now we are waiting for the natural left winger. I think they no longer really Arsenal doesn't need a natural left winger. They need a right-footed player who plays off the left wing, right? Godfrey Musisikwa, thanks so much for the updates on Arsenal. I'm so happy for your great work. Ashraf Katumba, wow, what a pay slip. Stefan says finally our made, here we go. All right, Ahewa Marvin is the next, then Hiza Maximum. Where is Chiza? Chiza, where are you at? Oh, all right. Gilbert, we are waiting results from Gyökeres' welcome Arsenal family. All right. Richard Fenny, we don't want top scorer. We want only striker who can score. End of last time. Just as Sunday, not yet done. Till need more. Dennis Atta, Viktor Gyökeres scored up to 20 goals this season. Rasol says, yo, football locker, room banter. Live chat, look, right. Then Hero says, Denzo. What did Denzo do to you, Hero? What did he do to you, please? What did he really do to you? Then Aikobua, Philium, I really wish to not differentiate. You want the difference between I think I'll do that. I'll do that. The moment Isak signs for Liverpool, I'll obviously come on obviously do a video about that. Kasozi Brian Rokani next season, look for us. Sure wins. Even if two teams we get, I cannot really guarantee you that I'm obviously gonna come and really give you those predictions, because I know it's really not into my jurisdiction to obviously come and do that. Kalema Moses, I'm Kalema Moses, Uganda. Nami Sindwa, thanks for the show, bro. Thank you. Bakisa Charles, numberless, live in Qatar, watching live texts for the show. Thank you. Muhammad says, congratulations to you, Rokani. Why congratulations? I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm a United fan. You just have to say congratulations to Arsenal fans. Then Osilo says, hi, this season Arsenal is going to be on fire. Obviously, they've been on fire, and I think they're really doing what they're supposed to be doing as a club. That is it. Kasozi Brand, you have at least sources for sure wins. I will just do my predictions, by the way. Just follow up on my predictions, especially I do Arsenal, Man City, match previews, Liverpool. We're really going to be having an action-packed match preview, because I think we have a lot to offer to you guys in as far as Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal really concerned, and City, So those previews will obviously be coming in through, or sometimes I'll obviously be doing a live and obviously talk about those games that obviously come on in the next 1 or 2 days. But it's really going to be a very action-packed season. Peter Gage, I love Go Eze, all right. Abogere says, I love your information. Thank you. I love you too, guys, for obviously loving this channel, and continue to subscribe, because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers, right? Then let's obviously go to Mwebaze Adriano, great for this wonderful signing. Twino Mugisha Daniel, good night for Arsenal fans. Arsenal Butimba Kikube. Oh, you are in Butimba Kikube. Thank you for watching in through. Mogi Cookie, great work, David. I'm really buzzing for this deal to come true. Now we're men from boys. Welcome to Arsenal Gyökeres. Juma Francis, I love your commentary, Rokani, so much. Keep it up. You are not biased, all right? Then I'm having Ivan Turiahawe. Rokani, finally Arsenal have done it. Now I'm a fully fan. Now I told you that Arsenal is going to be signing this guy, and you guys were like, they're going to take him, and I'm like, he's going nowhere. Please trust me, because you have to read in between the lines. Sometimes you need to see sometimes you need to see beyond where your eyes or where your sight really ends. You understand? I knew that guy was coming to Arsenal. Mumba Munkombwe, Mr. Rokani, what do you think of Max Dorman? Guys, he's another generational talent. He has gone ahead to come in through at a time when Arsenal wants to keep all its youngsters. You see how they've gone ahead to keep Waneri, they've gone ahead to keep the likes of Lewis Kelly. The boy is a jam. I tell you, he is really talented. That swift left foot. You see, we've gone ahead to be hailing the likes of Waneri, but I tell you what, Max Dorman is really another different assassin or weapon that Arsenal is grooming. And look at Max Dorman and the lad known as Shea Lacey at Man United. They more or less play the same, though I think Shea Lacey is like 2 years older than Max Dorman. And what shocks people is that Max Dorman is only 15. He's like an Ethan Waneri. And if all goes well, by the way, he might break the record of Ethan Waneri of really making a Premier League debut for Arsenal as the youngest player. Because for Waneri, in 2022, he went ahead to make one. Those days when the Queen really passed on, you understand? So, that is it. Max Dorman, big weapon that Arsenal really having. The task that Arsenal has is to convince him to obviously be at Arsenal, because other teams might be looking at him. Dennis Atta, Arsenal fans, enjoy your season. Is from me, Dennis from Nigeria. All right, Kalema Moses Huntington, how far is Rodrigo deal? I think Arsenal will opt to go in for Ebelechi Eze other than Rodrigo, because Madrid is like, we want 100 million euros, and 100 million euros is 85 million pounds. Yet for Ebelechi Eze, Arsenal can get him for 68 million pounds. That is 17 million pounds short of Rodrigo, and Ebelechi is a Premier League proven player, you get, and Rodrigo might obviously come in here and not feel at home and obviously feel like, I need to leave, because the expectations that most of the Brazilians might be leaving Arsenal this summer transfer window, as we're going to hate to see Gabriel Jesus being linked to other teams. You understand? I wish Partey was around. Don't cry for spoiled milk. I think Partey's time is over. Just give Zubimendi and Nogard a chance and see what they will do. Emmanuel Simukonda from Zambia, let us sign also Javi Simon. Yeah, if you tell me Javi Simon, I hear that instead of Ebelechi Eze, Javi Simon is what you are targeting. I really understand. Nazua Sharon, all right, how are you? Then Akiki Robert, I would like us to look at these players at the left wing, Eze, Leo, and Rodrigo. One of those players I can see helping us this season to achieve something this season, all right? Then Posi Pombano, Uncle Rokani, we still need a natural left winger. More to what you are saying on the right. That's why we took Madueke. But I think if at all you're having Ethan Waneri, Max Dorman, get in Madueke to obviously be there. And when Max Dorman, Hall Waneri, really looks like he's ready to play, like you see Lewis Kelly, I think you can easily turn them to go that side and play and really move on Madueke. That is it. Rodrigo, Eze, I can see helping us this season. I think Eze, Liao, any that you get, I think is really great. Nakiganda, Expato, Man United. Rokani, come to Arsenal. Not really. I'm a United supporter. And guys, if you want to see me talk about Man United, United Matters channel is the place to be. You know, then Twinamasiko Evaristo, let's compete now for the trophy. All right, but you've always gonna hate to compete. You would have gonna hate to say, let's win the trophy. Dennis Oru, since 2001, this is the best signings Arsenal have. Now let's pray to it that most of them really fit in like a glove at the club of Arsenal. Kasozi, Brian, Rokani, if you see Arsenal midfield, get chemistry and solidarity, just know Arsenal is favorite to take the Premier League. I tell you this season, like 1 week to the start, around 9th and 10th, I'll obviously come and really do my predictions for this season. And you're going to be shocked who I think is obviously going to be doing the needful, who is obviously going to be close to the title. I'll let you know. You know, you can guess in the comment section, but I'll come back here and really let you know. Kasozi Brand, I'm having Asile Collins. I don't wait to see him. It was what we have been missing a lot for the last 2 seasons, right? Juma Francis, Rokani, you are a true sportsman. Many people follow your channels across the world. Thank you. And let's keep the fire burning, all right? Nachiganda Expato, Mbwemo's shot number is 19. Hart William Chigundu, hello Rokani. How will the combination of Eze, Odegaard, Rice, and Zubimendi will be lined up and help Arsenal to achieve something this season? That is all covered in one statement, you know, all in 2 words: squad depth. Arsenal had it obviously work on its bench, you know, to more or less look like that of the P teams they're going to be competing with. Liverpool has a very good bench, Man City, Chelsea, and now Arsenal have gone ahead to bring in 7 players, and all those 7 players are really players that are really good. So that means Arsenal really having a better bench than they had last season and a better squad that they have last season. And the most important bit of it all, they haven't gone ahead to lose any important player. Jorginho, people are crying for Partey, but I tell you, there is no way I could keep Partey at the club of Arsenal, because all 4 previous seasons, Partey has been an injury-prone player. You know, in the last season where he needed a new contract or to convince other clubs that he's not an injury-prone player, he went ahead to play almost every game for the club of Arsenal. You know, but that has happened in only one season. Go ahead and really add the number of games that's played for the 5 years has been at Arsenal. You'll come here and let me know why you think he's an important player. Because if you're not a variable, your importance doesn't make sense. Akiki Robert, I don't think Rodrigo will be sold at 100 million euros when he's a bench player. Maybe Saudi teams. I tell you, PSG is in the queue, Liverpool in the queue, Arsenal in the queue, Chelsea might obviously come in there, and Man City can shock or can pull out a shocker to obviously bring in Rodrigo because he's a very good player and he's a Pep-like kind of player. You understand? So, competition is there, and you know what really sets the price of every commodity? It's the demand. Akiki Robert, Mbuemo puts on shutdown 19, all right. Opolot Julius, we are now going to win trophies. It's not a guarantee, but 90%. I agree with you that now Arsenal can win the trophies. Here in Masaka, we always watch you, Mr. Rokani. Thank you for obviously watching me in. And everyone is there. Hero says Man City on top. By the Man City is a team that all of you should be looking at. I know most people are looking at Liverpool, Arsenal, and they're like, Man City is done. But when you look at the signings that Man City is going to hit to make, guys, you have to obviously fear. And those teams are really gonna set a running pace, a competitive pace that has never gonna hit to be set in the Premier League ever. I tell you this. I tell you, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Just watch the space. Watch the space. You know, the run-in for this title is really gonna go down in history as one of the hardest title races ever in the world. For the very first time, we might see 4 teams compete for a trophy. And we might see 4 teams, you know, all in the range of 90 points. You get? Because we all know to eat that Liverpool can really score 90 points a season. We all know that Man City can. We all know that Arsenal can. And we all know that Chelsea can. So, I just can't wait for the run-in of this season as a fan of football. Because however much I support Man United, but I really give credit where it's due. City with Rodri back, Mamosh, Reinders. I tell you what, Altul Nouri, watch out for that left back, for those left back inversions, you know, into spaces, crosses, you know, roasting players and pocketing them, skipping past them, you know, humiliating them, scoring goals, you know, as the likes of Reinders really do the needful. And when you're having a player like Haaland leading your line, you just need delivery from all corners of the pitch. Centrally, you know, you'll be having Rodri, you'll be having Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, and there is Reinders. Guys, I can tell you, City is a force to reckon with. Arsenal is there. And for Liverpool, I haven't going to talk about Liverpool. I'm going to hear someone talk about it. We'll put Liverpool again on top. Liverpool can only scare me if at all they sign Alexandra Isak. If they get in Alexandra Isak, I'll add Liverpool on the other teams. Chelsea, look at it. Yao Pedro, very, 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 very good classy player, you know. Then Gittens. Talk of which other player they brought in? Liam Delap. He's really a very good player. And their squad depth won't let them down. So for Liverpool to really add them onto this lineup, all onto this sheet of 3, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City, they have to first sign Alexandra Isak. I think Isak will totally change the side of the side of Liverpool, especially after the loss of Diego Jota and Luis Diaz. You know, Bayern Munich is all after him. So we wait and see. Moki Cookie, romantic. How would you rate? I'm Rokani, not romantic. Rokani, how would you rate Leao, Martinelli, Eze, and Rodrigo? And who do you think brings magic at the left? All of them. Rodrigo is the best, but his physicality might obviously worry me, but he has won more than any of those you've talked about. He's a better skilled player. He's a complete player. a player or a piece that you need in your front three that can create a moment of magic, either on the left side of the attacking side of the pitch, or on the left side of the attacking side of the pitch, or in the central axis of the pitch. The guy is just a nacho. He's a jam. And I tell you what, if anyone gets him, would have gone ahead to get him gold. That is it. Gold. That's what I'm going to take him. I think Ebelechi Eze comes next, Rafael Leao comes third, and Martinelli fourth. For me, I don't think Arsenal should be having Martinelli. That's why I raised an argument with different people when they asked me about who should stay at Arsenal. Is it Trossard or Martinelli? I told them Arsenal wants players who can obviously win them trophies. Sell Martinelli, bring Ebelechi Eze in, hold Rodrigo, and keep Trossard. Have Trossard and Rodrigo or Ebelechi Eze as your left forwards, and you'll thank me later, because Martinelli needs space to operate. In the modern game of football, they play in tight spaces, and that's why you see to it that ever since Trossard came in through, he has produced more stats and performances than Gabriel Martinelli. You understand? I'm watching you from Dubai. Thanks for the analysis. Kenneth Aruna, thank you. Then I'm having Dan Agada. EFL will be competitive this very season, judging from big move by all the traditional six. Hero says Rokani is really presenting very. Thank you, Hero. And by the way, Hero's son celebrated his 60th birthday, I think. Is it yesterday? And happy birthday to Jordan, special one to the son of Hero. So Jordan, happy birthday. Opolot Julius from Kumi, Arsenal is going to win treble this season. Oh, it's possible. They have a squad and you never know what will happen. Julius Mokono, how far with Eze on Arsenal move, watching from Karamoja. Obviously, Arsenal is on. After this, they might obviously look out for some outgoings and then obviously raise in some money to obviously bring in Ebelechi Eze. I think the guy has a proper plan. Eze will come in through the club of Arsenal. Twinamasiko says, Mr. Rokani, we love your analysis. Let's wait for Eze, all right? Then Mumba Mukombo, yeah, you are true. They have to convince Dauman, not what happened to Chido Obi Martin. You can talk about Aiden Heaven, Koza Dobry, and Samuel Walters in there. Then Martin Otwao, tell me Thomas Partey issue that he's to be taken to court, and which team is he asking him? 2022 rape cases that were really allegedly put on him, and now they found it important to obviously take him to court. Victor Tian, Aradi, long time bro, how far with the news of Eze? They are working on it. Pambano, Uncle Rokan, ever since Rodri came from his injury, he's been having serious difficult performances. Yeah, but I tell you what, they've gone ahead to reinforce as a side. I think they can really run on Ryan Cheki, Rehinders, and very many others. Kendra Daron Rokani, I'm watching you from Rwanda. Rokani, you talk facts. Tell me about Rodrigo to Arsenal. He's on the list, but I think Ebelechi Eze is above him. He comes in next after a player known as Ebelechi Eze. Arsenal so much into Ebelechi Eze, and they want to obviously get him at the club. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David has been my name. For everyone has been here. Those that have gone ahead to buy super chats, it's a 5 fingers review all, and I think you've been missing me, and I'm obviously gonna be coming here live, I think on a daily, and I think later I'll come here and really do the match preview of Arsenal versus Newcastle, right? Live. Let's stream live in the next 2-3 hours and see what we have to talk about that beautiful game that are going to be played down in Singapore tomorrow time. Walter says, I think Arsenal will go and sign Ebelechi Eze. Walter from Kampala. Thank you very much. I sign out for now. See you later and